My friends Russell and Tanya at Wirra Park, which is in the Riverina area, just outside of Wagga Wagga, have let me take over their paddock to cook a lovely dish. You can see this is beautiful grass country, and this is where some of the best beef in the whole world comes from. Now what I'm going to do is take one of these eye fillets, one of these grasslands eye fillets. You can see it's packaged beautifully, nice and green, which is the really good tip, because grass-fed beef always tastes better. Now what I'm going to do is cut it into quarters. I'm going to make little medallions that I'm going to wrap in bacon and cook on my little barbecue here. 4 strips of bacon I'll put onto my board here. And you can see I've just trimmed them up a little bit so they go around the fillet really easily. Now I've got some mustard, some Dijon mustard, and you can use whatever mustard you want. What I'll do is I'll take the back of the spoon and just wipe a little bit of mustard onto my bacon here like this. I like the flavour of mustard and beef going so well together, and bacon and mustard, oh, it goes beautifully. Now with the fillet, I just roll it round onto the bacon like that, and then all you need to do is pop the skewer through the end there where it joins, and just push it all the way through. Now I'll just grab the other ones and do exactly the same thing. Roll it around like that so it seals on the other side. And as it cooks, the fillet and the bacon and the mustard together will give it a great flavour. And it's really quick and easy thing to do. Pop them together like this, and the skewer goes all the way through, and that'll make sure that the bacon stays in place when you cook it. There we go, on it goes. You must put a nice amount of salt onto your beef so it brings out that flavour, and of course some pepper as well. Now when I'm cooking on a barbecue like this, I like to add just a little bit of extra virgin olive oil onto the outside of the beef, and just make sure you rub that in a little bit. What you want to do is help transfer the heat from the barbecue onto the meat. Now all I need to do is pop this on the barbecue. Now that's going to cook nice and evenly, about 8 to 10 minutes. I'll turn it over a few times so it sears on all sides and all the juices stay in the meat where it belongs. Now while that's cooking, I'm going to get the asparagus. I've got some beautiful green asparagus, which I'm going to pop straight onto my plate here. And all I need to do is put a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper on there, and then just a little drizzle of olive oil on top of the asparagus. Now with your fingers or tongs or whatever you've got, you just mix it around a little bit like this, and in a couple of minutes my beef will be nicely cooked, my bacon will be nicely crisp, and my asparagus will be char grilled. Once this is done, I'll take it off and I'll make a lovely herb and caper butter sauce that'll go over the top of all of it. It'll be delicious. Now that didn't take long at all. I'll pop the fillet off here and pop it next to the asparagus. Now with my tongs, I'm just going to turn over the grill here and pop my fry pan on the top. I'm going to make a little sauce that'll go on top of my asparagus and my beef. I've got a little bit of extra virgin olive oil into there, and I've got some red onions that I've diced up nice and fine. In they go. All I want to do is just soften those onions up just a little bit. Now while they're softening up, I'll add a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper in there as well. There we go, bit more flavour. Now I've got some capers here, some lovely small capers. What I'll do is I'll drain off a little bit of the liquid there and throw the capers straight into the pan. I'll let them fry off just a little bit to get that flavour in there. Now if you don't like capers, you can use anything else, but I love the flavour capers give steak. It makes it delicious. Now I've got some butter here, some beautiful butter, because there's nothing better than a butter sauce to pour straight over the top of my beef. Now I'll just put the butter in right at the end here like this, and all I want to do is just soften that butter a little bit or melt it into the capers and the onions, and I'll just stir that around there like that, and you can see the butter starting to bubble. And the thing about bubbling butter, it just makes it taste that much better. And I can't wait to get this sauce straight onto my beef. Now you can see here I've got some herbs as well. I've got some chives and some parsley and some dill. And herbs on top of beef is just even better. Now what I'll do is I'll pop that straight in here like this. I don't want to fry it or cook it for too long. I just want everything to soften up together. And I've got a spoon here just to stir it around. You can just smell the beautiful capers in there and the herbs coming together beautifully. Now all I need to do is bring the pan over and just spoon it on top of my asparagus and the beautiful little beef skewers. It looks fantastic. Now I can't wait to get into this because it is going to be delicious. What you need to do is just pull the skewer back a little bit like this and take off one of these little babies. The trick is to not eat the skewer because it can ruin your teeth. Now I'll just slice into the middle here. I want to show you what this beef's like. It's cooked nice, medium rare. You can see it's just been rested beautifully. That is fantastic. It's really tender. You can really taste the difference of grass-fed beef. It's got a real earthy flavour to it. It just tastes like natural beef, the way it should be. With a sauce there and asparagus, this is a cracking dish. And cooked out here, what could be better?